Hey there, Jay Barino here. Welcome back, playing some more Brood War Alternate custom campaign for StarCraft Remastered, created by UEDCommander. We're on the second Terran mission of the fourth campaign, the Union, Fields of Braxis. UED Warp Gate has successfully transported refugees from the Confederacy to Braxis, but Protoss are close to follow. The Protoss. The UED Warp Gate. Terran base camp on the planet Braxis. Captain, all survivors from Tarsonis have made it through the Warp Gate, but during the chaos of evacuation, we lost contact with Raynor and Draliska. I hope they will make it out alive eventually, even considering one of them is an alien. We can't do anything about it right now, Lieutenant. But Raynor is a good soldier, and this hunter-killer seems to be very competent in terms of fighting the Protoss. Still, right now, we have to get in touch with the UED. There's no way their sensors have spotted us yet. So all we have to do is create a temporary base and sit tight. Alright, establish a base and find the UED. Well, they will come to us if this is anything like the original. Same general starting location on the map, though this is certainly different just because we're on Braxis. So the tile set has totally changed. I mean, the tile set's been changed for most previous missions as well. They've all taken place on different planets. So it's not like they could just wholesale take the terrain from the original maps and just splat them down. It wouldn't work that way. Go, go! Save them. Alright. Poor Terran infantry. Protoss on Braxis? Xeno bastards got here. They must have taken control of the warp gate on Tarsonis. Quick, garrison this weird little igloo structure. Okay. So basically what I was saying is that all of the terrain had to have been built from the ground up. I'm gonna favor the mineral line here.
Affirmative. Orders received. Affirmative.
It's actually quite tempting to try to make buildings such that my units can kind of hide behind them, because again, there's going to be enemies that spawn out of nowhere, and I guess let's just kind of hide behind our buildings as they're being made. I think what triggers the enemies to appear are is the town hall finishing, or getting close to finished at least. We can at least repair this when it's done. So yeah, we're going to kind of nestle ourselves in here, put a fire bat on each side, and hold out for them to show up and try to kill us. Okay. SCVs.
Roger that. Orders received.
Yes.
I read you.
Yeah, come back here, SCVs. We're going to try to keep you alive and covered until... Because the UED will show up. It's the same thing with the Dark Templar. They show up and clean up for you. But in the meantime, it's just like chaos while your existing units try to survive. I really dislike missions where you have to build a town hall. It's a pain in the butt. I've talked about this several times before, but it's a pain. I could probably just run in a circle. I just want to keep these workers alive, because if they don't stay alive, then this mission just takes longer than it needs to. Oh, geez. I will say I've been psyched out ever since the Vortex. Because all that means to me is all of the end missions for all of these campaigns is going to be equally insane or more challenging. So that'll be a thing. All right, here they come. Get away from the SCV, you fuck! I'm attacking him with Marines! Okay, help us. Good day, Vice Admiral Stukov. Welcome back to Braxis. Commandment will be glad to hear about your return after so many months. But who are these aggressive creatures who came after you? At ease, Agent. These aliens are known as Protoss, and their aggressive attitude towards humankind is obvious. I want to report to command as soon as we clear the area from hostiles. Oh, and you know who Rashagal's going to be. It's Dougal. I'm sure the Admiral will be eager to hear your debrief. What now? Decloak. Captain, we received a message from Draliska and Raynor. It seems that they're still alive and fighting on Tarsonis for the Tarsonis Warp Gate. We must support them by eliminating the Protoss reinforcements on our side. Oh, for a second I thought maybe these things would have unlimited cloaking. That is not the case. Unfortunately, we lost our fire bats. They fought bravely. Fire bat. It's interesting. It seems like there's a lot of favor towards pre-placed fire bats on these maps. Like when your starting units contain a lot of fire bats. I've noticed. Like when you're playing as Confederate forces, which I think is interesting considering they're not that helpful. They're good against Zerglings and sort of Zealots, but they still die very quickly. I guess it depends on the situation, but in many cases I would not purposefully be building fire bats. So these agents are pretty good. They do 20 damage. It's concussive damage. The thing about Dark Templar is that they're fragile. These ladies are also fragile, so they're comparable on that front. Dark Templar are permanently cloaked, but they're melee. These ladies, it costs energy to cloak, but they're not melee. Dark Templar, though, do a huge, huge amount of damage, whereas these do not unless they are light units. The difference is they have lockdown, so that'll be good. Arguably better against Protoss in that specific circumstance. So let's grab some gas so that we can rush to some. I would like to rush to some.
Not enough minerals.
Know what I mean? Not what I say. Tanks. We need tanks. Okay, let's start this gas, and then I will. Yeah, it looks like the whole tech tree is available to us. I think it was in this map originally. Not the whole tech tree, not every unit, but every building is available, so you can get a lot of late game stuff, but you can't get your tier 3 air units. Which is fine because I gotta say, battlecruisers not nearly as useful against Protoss as they are against Zerg, in my opinion. Ursadon. Okay, so let's come on down here. We're gonna set up some defense. There's a nice expansion we can take further down. Okay. See, it says ghost require. I thought maybe we'd be able to build more UED agents, unless they're built somewhere else. But looks like no. Okay, hop on in here. Now we got a bunker, and we can keep these ladies behind the bunker. Okay, let's grab an NG Bay. And then it'll be an academy. It's one of those missions where you're building from the ground up completely, which is kind of annoying. Just a little annoying. And getting a fire bat in that bunker would be nice. Bunkered fire bats are good because Zealots tend to clump up on top of them. So I could build another bunker right here, or I could build a supply depot, and it'll kind of force the Zealots in through a certain area. So like we do this. Cancel that so we can start another supply depot.
I'm ready. Orders, Captain?
And we can put it right here. Again, we get a fire bat in each of these bunkers, so no matter what ramp they come up, this depot will stop the full surround on the bunkers.
I read you.
And I'm going to start +1 infantry weapons against my better judgment, because I should probably just save up for a factory so I can make tanks.
Reporting for duty. Standing by. Orders, Captain?
Okay, hop on up here. Next, we're going to grab that academy. Again, just for a couple fire bats in those bunkers. Arguably worth it. I'm concerned about air attacks or drops. Reaver drops seem pretty consistent on these maps. Again, things that the Zerg never typically did. So that's why it's not just a simple transposition of races. It's like a lot different. Let's do that. And then just more SCVs to get this set up. And we'll be able to start scanning here pretty soon. There's a base in the bottom left I'd like to take. Also, keep in mind, we just finished one of the harder maps on the whole game. So this should be a bit of a breather compared to that. And then the thing is, there's only 8 missions in the 4th and 5th campaigns. So you think you're like, oh, I get a bit of a breather at the beginning, but they ramp up a lot faster because there's a lot fewer of them. Just something to keep in mind, I guess. All right, let's get a factory. Why don't I have enough minerals? What did I start? Oh, probably another depot. All right, throw this down here.
Standing by.
And then the turret spam, of course, will be real. We learned how important turret spam was. All right, we need more guys on gas. We're going to need another depot here soon, too. I'm a bit concerned they're going to attack from this direction, which would really be a shame. I kind of want to use this doodad to help block if that is the case. So I might build a bunker behind it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I still find the Terran Academy weird. Why is there, like, noble music in the background? But then at the same time, there's a man screaming. I don't... Is that meant to be a sound effect? But it's a scream. Someone's linked it to me in the past when I've talked about this. It's just a really weird thing. I can't be the only one who's thought about this. It's just a really strange thing. We're being almost entirely left alone, which is great. One of the problems is that we're entirely hemmed in down here. All of our firepower is down here. So if they attack us anywhere else, we're going to be in a bit of trouble. I don't think you were ever able to use carriers on this map, so I assume no. I assume almost definitely no battle cruisers. Not that I would necessarily make battle cruisers. Let's save our resources, specifically our gas, so that we can go ahead and grab tanks. We can use the tanks to push, more importantly. We don't have to leave them on defense. Okay, yes, there is siege mode. Okay, more deep. I guess I could just wall this in entirely with depots. That way, nothing will get through. Yeah, let's do it. Ursadon, you're part of our colony now, our official colony. Did not mean to zoom in. Siege tech. There we go. It's happening. Here they come. Maybe these ladies don't do concussive damage. I don't know. I have not really tested it. I mean, I can test it on my own building right now. No, they do, because she only did 5 damage to the supply depot. Okay, you guys stay back. Repair. Another tank. Not quite. We're probably going to rely heavily on Marines here. And let's toss one more on gas. I would really like to go... Oh, okay, never mind. It's not fully walled in. That'll still help, though. I'd really, really like to go... try to attack and take the other base. Getting just another tank would be great. We take the tanks with us. 100 gas. Just Marines tanks should be good enough. We could even bring the UED agents if we want, but they're also really helpful to ensure we don't get overrun at home. I'm gonna make one more turret and then another barracks. There's the next tank. We're gonna run out of room here eventually.
Orders received.
Not enough minerals.
Not enough minerals.
You want a piece of me, boy? Affirmative.
Okay, did I get marine range? Nah, it's been too expensive.
Job finished.
I could probably fit one more guy on this refinery. 2 tanks should be enough. It's just waiting for these Marines now. And then I could get a starport and a science facility if we want to get to +2 everything. Very tempting. At the very least, I could get an armory. Let's do that. I think I will get a starport. Just cram it in down here.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Okay, with our extra cash, we're just going to get Marines. Let's save up to start that Marine range. Once Marine range is done, I should have enough supply to feel comfortable going to attack. Also, armor should be done by then as well. All of this stuff should be coming together that we can go down the ramp down the left side to take the expansion.
You want a piece of me, boy?
We may not necessarily need the expansion, but I'm going to play it relatively safe, given how, again, the previous missions have gone. I'm going to make sure that we're fully locked up. I'll hotkey this. All right, fine. You win. I'll put another SCV on gas. Marines. Marines. Can't quite afford another tank, but that's okay. I don't need one. Okay. This defense works out quite well.
Add-on complete.
Yeah, try to walk up here. There's 0-0. Again, it just sort of goes to show the difference here. Now that we're starting in a new campaign, they're a lot slower to tech up. They're a lot slower to be very aggressive with us. We're not going to get hit by 8 carriers at once. So we'll repair these, and now I think we want to
Upgrade complete.
move down here. We really just need to be able to see them so that we can spot where, like, cannons are and such. Okay, let's move down here. There's inevitably going to be... Can we siege anything from across the river? Probably not. Oh, come on! Get out of the way! Stupid thing. Okay, no problem. We're going. I'll bring the UED ladies as well, because they'll help us kill zealots. Let's get one more tank so that we can siege up here, and then we're going to have these two with us when we go and attack. Repair there. Let's bring some SCVs with us to repair tanks.
Upgrade complete.
Now, they did pretty much just attack us, so we want to get across this bridge.
I'm ready. I've got a job to do. Battery.
Okay. So we gotta get across these bridges. Every little hit that we don't take is a good one. Okay, let's siege up, get rid of this cannon. Siege this up, we're gonna move down with more Marines. Perfect. On siege. Move down here. Get across the ramp. Come on, I know it's challenging. Okay, and then there's a... What, go... I'm telling them, like, move across the ramp, and instead they just sit there. Ah! StarCraft! Okay, same thing. We're going to siege our way down to the expansion that we know is here. And then we're just going to hang out back here in case someone comes up behind us. We've got the UED agents that we can lock down stuff with. No Reavers as of yet. Okay, I see some stuff up on the high ground, so we'll just want to siege up in preparation for that. Okay, still nothing behind us.
Additional supply depots required.
Additional supply depots required. We just gotta, like, cram as much shit into this base as we can. There's not a lot of space. Okay, siege up right here. Okay, and then we're gonna scan here, shoot this. Good work.
Yes, sir.
This thing, get out of my face. Okay, on siege, we're gonna do the same thing. We just creep a little bit closer. I don't think we're gonna be able to get up this ramp, so we're just gonna have to keep sieging down with scans. So, like, right here. Stay on top of them. Next is more depots, I'd say. And just keep making Marines.
Your forces are under attack.
Scan. There are some random orange units just kind of sitting up there. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get this.
I'm waiting on you.
Piece of me, boys.
Okay, and we're good. Just gotta get rid of these 2 cannons. I could just walk into these, but, you know, it'd be expensive to do.
Commander.
Okay, time to walk up the ramp because I'm out of energy.
I've got a job to do.
That should do it for the... I assume this is where the expansion is. It might be further down. And I'll make a bunker up here. And we'll set up a defensive line right here instead.
I gotcha.
Give me something to shoot. Outstanding.
I'm waiting on you.
All right, cool. And then here is the expansion. So we're going to set up a bunker up here. I'm at the point where I don't even need to set up defense up here just because I don't even need this expansion. I have so much money now just sort of stockpiled. My bad.
What now? It'd be
I had another... There it is. Okay, I'm like, I definitely had another SCV. You all move up, move up, move up,
I'm ready.
move up. Okay. So we set this up, and we're going to get some missile turrets as well. Goliaths now.
Job's finished. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
And then we can grab our starport. Because our upgrades are severely hamstrung because of this. Get out of the way!
For duty.
Jesus! You're killing me.
Jacked up and good to go. Give me something to shoot. Yes, sir.
Okay, this should be good. Then we get some turrets set up. We get this base set up. Our UED ladies are here to help us out. And then a ton of Marines. Soon we should be getting medics. Maybe it'll be the Dilarian Shipyards mission. Or not, no, the Core Hall mission. That would be neat. Eventually, we're also going to get the Charon Booster Goliaths, which will be real nice.
Orders, Captain.
Okay, yeah, we'll get some turrets along the ledges here.
Want a piece of me, boy?
Maybe being a little too cautious now.
Goliath online. I read you.
Come on.
Job's finished. Yes, sir.
Yeah, like now they're sending individual units. Like, I should not be scared.
You want a piece of me,
Additional
boy?
supply depots required.
I read you. Job's finished.
All right, we're going to start cramming depots up along the ledge here. They can only really attack us from one direction, so when we are attacking, we just need to make sure that we
Additional supply depots required.
when we're attacking, we just have to ensure that we're stopping any attacks, and then it'll only be air attacks that come our way, so it should be no problem.
Orders received. I can't build
Depots,
there. I read you.
depots,
Can't build there.
wherever they fit. We may have enough. I just want a couple more tanks, really. And we can get maybe one more level of attack upgrades. So we wait for the science facility. Boom.
I read you.
I'm going to get it covered up, so I'm just curious to see if maybe we can make the better ghosts or not.
Right away, sir.
Comlink online.
Okay, let's get across this bridge.
Identify target. Yes, sir.
I'm going to bring all my existing tanks as well.
Identify target.
Your forces are
Well, that timing was unfortunate. Go back up the ramp. I saw something down there. Yeah, so all of you move on down this way.
Identify target.
Goom. Just that single shot from the tanks. The single unsieged shot. Really satisfying. All right, and we rally down here. Ghost range. I'll make a couple ghosts. I'm just kind of curious if we just can make them now. Or if it's going to be the better ghosts. Okay, move on up. As long as there aren't too many Reavers, mass infantry should do us just fine. Okay. Forward! Let's go find the warp gate. They must still be on Ire / Tarsonis. They're not upgrading. All right, yeah, we got a clear advantage here because they're not upgrading, so we're in good shape. No sign of Draliska or Raynor here. Seems like they're still on Tarsonis. Okay, Goliath it up. Marines. Yeah, they're normal ghosts. It looks like, I don't think I saw that we had our own lockdown.
Orders received.
So without lockdown, normal ghosts are semi-worthless. They do really good concussive damage, but that's about it.
Orders, sir. Delighted to, sir.
Okay, now we gotta push across this ramp. Let's go scout it out.
Go, sir.
Thinking the same thing.
Fuck out of here.
It'd be a pleasure.
As much as, I mean, it looks like we're relying very heavily on lockdown, which is a real fun ability to use with the hotkey of L. Really having to reach across the keyboard on that one.
Good to go, sir.
Yes, I did actually just complain about that.
Job's finished.
All right, we need a foothold across the ramp such that we can siege up at the bottom here
Yes, sir.
and start poking away at whatever's at the top.
SCP, good to go, sir.
Then we can finally get up there ourselves. Okay, great. You all move up. Move up.
SCP, good to go, sir.
upgrade.
It's a pain in the butt. Just moving up these ramps. Wow, don't attack there if not necessary.
I'm waiting on you.
I don't know why he's choosing to attack. I mean, he can see the units, so I know why they're attacking, but it's stupid. It's stupid of them to do. Okay, we're going to push along the high ground here. Don't. Lady, don't. It's just like focusing on getting up this ramp. It's just a bunch of empty clicks. Pain in the butt. Get out of the way. I'm fighting the interface more than anything because of the layout of this map. You just have to like fight to get your units into place. It is a pain in the fucking ass. And the original was just like this, so it's not like it's just this map that's that way. Okay. Are these guys stuck? What happened here? Get out of there.
Go ahead, TACOM.
Okay, you all move up. We're not even that close to the base yet. There's just all this, like, pre-placed garbage defense. Okay, move on up with everybody.
Target designated.
Commander, let's move.
Oh, they can lock down. I just wish that played the X-Files theme every time you clicked on it. Okay, move up to the ramp. Siege up. Move up to the ramp. Move up to the ramp. These two guys are blocking this area, even though that's not where I told them to go originally. I don't even know why I complain about this anymore. Okay, we're going to clear out our little landing zone here, move up with our support units. This should be enough. Should be. Okay, now these tanks will cover us as we move down. You move down over on this side. Every individual unit here that gets stuck is causing problems along the way.
Systems functional.
Okay, bring them over. It's funny, I did not need this base. I took all that time to take it. Have not needed it one bit.
Your forces
Key
are
Megan
under
Marines
attack.
and Marines and Goliaths.
Research complete.
I don't know what just died there.
Your forces are under attack.
Oh, get out of here. Those two Dragoons probably will clean that up. Stop going that way. I don't even know why those zealots are up there. All right. Again, if it's not clear, I'm frustrated with the pathing on this map. It's a real pain in the butt. We have enough stuff to win. We're just going to do a slow tank crawl, or we could just auto-attack with all these other units to probably win. It was nice of UED to not add any upgrades to these enemies, so that you could have a relatively easy first Brood War macro map. After the nightmare that was the Vortex. Okay. And we're moving in.
Your forces are under
More
attack.
random stuff coming up around the right and behind us. I don't understand that. Like, I don't know why they're choosing to go that way. Do they have a gateway up there with like a ramp down at the bottom? They must have some way. I don't know. Also, this base is really spread out, which makes it kind of a pain to fight through. Alright, this siege should help us out. Yeah, again, because it's so spread out, it just takes that much longer to destroy. The other thing, too, is, like, now we have these agents, which are really good, right? I mean, they're good. I'm not going to say they're bad, but the thing about Dark Templar is they filled a different role, whereas the ghosts, the agents overlap with a unit and a role that we already have. So I wonder if we're going to have access to better stuff. Like, we know that the UED has better rates, and we know that they have those weird Goliath things that we'll probably see more of later. So I'm going to assume that we'll have a variety of alternate things at our disposal, and not just the agents. Captain, I and my brood shall remain here on Tarsonis and bury our warp gate. Since we don't have enough forces to hold out this position, the only way to stop the Protoss, the only way to stop the Protoss from reaching Braxis. I like how the unit appears in the warp gate. Once the gate is shut down, there will be no way for us to reinforce your position. You'll be overrun quickly. We don't have any other options. I shall remain with Draliska, buddy. I shall remain with Draliska, buddy. Don't want to leave my home to these bastards. Understood. We shall send additional troops to reinforce you, Lieutenant. Don't give them an inch without a fight. I think just so far, it's only been 2 missions. Your help is appreciated, Terran. It's only been 2 missions, so it's a little preemptive of me to maybe say this, but this so far needs noticeably more proofreading than the previous 3 campaigns. But again, that's something that, whatever, like it'll get updated eventually, right? All right, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.